All right, everybody, David here, back here again with Two Guys Build a Biz. And in this video, we're gonna talk about 5 things we've learned in the last 4 years of running our social media marketing agency full-time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Two Guys Build a Biz on YouTube, the best place for everything related to social media marketing, building and scaling your SMMA or social media marketing agency, or really anything related to digital entrepreneurship or making money online. If those topics are interesting to you, we'd love to have you as a part of our community. The best way to do that is by hitting the subscribe button below and also being sure to hit the bell notification so that you get a notification every time that we post a piece of content like this. Additionally, these videos are quite time consuming to make, so we'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. Just basically tells YouTube that, hey, this was valuable content. I appreciate what David and Derek are doing here on YouTube, and other folks might as well. So let's jump into the topic of this video. Honestly, a little bit nostalgic to be recording this. For those of you that have been following our journey from the get-go, you have watched the videos back in the day of Derek and I quitting our jobs to take our agency full-time.
Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna walk in, find my boss and put in my 2 weeks. Pretty weird feeling, I'm not gonna lie. Today's a big day, so I've been talking big shop this week. It's time to go through with it.
And there was so much uncertainty back in the day. Don't get me wrong, we believed in ourselves. We knew that we had what it took to be successful if we just worked hard every single day. Retainer, and that's ad spend inclusive. If we're taking over a little bit more of the responsibility, it kind of goes up from there, but that's kind of a starting point. How does that kind of gel with your expectations of what this would look like? Yeah, and we actually ended up just talking with 3 different partners today, so have a few different opportunities, have some contracts to review, have some proposals to put together for that.
Just leaving the meeting, got a signed deal.
Check in my pocket.
And the check, let's go.
Go with the person behind you. I gotta go get this thing right.
Awesome, man.
That was fucking cool.
Hell yeah. Froze our ass off, got to talk to Gary Vee.
Got to tell him I love him. It's fired up, man. We're feeling it. We are feeling it right now. Game-changing office, insane views.
This is insane.
If you told me 6 months ago that this is where we'd be, that we'd literally be on Washington Avenue in Minneapolis with all the big name agencies, I would have said that sounds great. I can't wait for that, obviously, but I don't know if I would have connected the dots on how quickly and how real it could be. But because we set goals, we buckled down. Whoa. But to be looking back 4 years later on this incredible journey, I just am filled with an immense amount of gratitude. November is always a special month. It's the time of the holidays. It's going into the end of the year and reflection and looking back. And it's an especially bittersweet this year where we're looking back on what has been a very unusual 2020. We've been very fortunate to actually be growing our agency and be doing quite well. So that comes with a little bit extra satisfaction to have weathered this storm when other folks have not been as fortunate. I wanted to record this video for you all because I never have really done a video like this in the past, and every year has been different. The first year was kind of all about survival, frankly. We quit our jobs, we had to get our revenues up. Year 2 was about kind of thriving in this digital landscape, really kind of coming into our own as entrepreneurs and finding our stride. Year 3 was really an extreme pressure cooker of growth. We were really scaling quite fast and needed to introduce a lot more systems and team members to our operation to make it sustainable and scale to where we want it to be. And year 4 has really been about personal optimization, getting our health, lifestyles in check. Derek obviously moved to Colorado. I relocated to here in Arizona where it's sunny and beautiful, and we're living these incredible lives in year 4 now that we've kind of been laying the groundwork for over the previous 3 years. Even though 2020 was a challenge in a lot of ways, we came out of it ahead in a lot of ways as well. So I wanted to record this video for you all to get some nuggets that hopefully, if you're getting started on your journey, will be encouraging to you. And for those of you that are a bit further along or been following us from the beginning and have been running your agency for a while, hopefully you can learn a bit from us as well. So let's jump into the first one. Really, the first thing that I've learned over these past 4 years is literally anyone can be a successful entrepreneur. You just need to be willing to work hard, and you need to be willing to solve problems for yourself or find answers to the problems that you're encountering or challenges that you need to overcome in your business. I remember when we were getting started, I had this incredible amount of imposter syndrome, right? Where why me? Why David, who, yes, had a great sales background and was successful in his 9-to-5 job? Why did he get to be the one that was building a successful agency with a business partner when other folks were maybe more qualified? Maybe they had been at a major agency in the past. Maybe they had been servicing clients. Why is it that I, got to be the one to do it? And the reality is anyone can be an entrepreneur. Everybody looks, I remember growing up, I remember looking at entrepreneurs and thinking that they were this special type of person, right? That they were this genius who solved some massive problem like Elon Musk creating Tesla. And there definitely are those types of entrepreneurs, and we're better as a society in a lot of ways for their innovations, but you don't need to be an incredible innovator to be a successful entrepreneur. You just need to address a problem that the market is encountering. And the social media or digital landscape issue that so many businesses are facing is a massive challenge, and they need agencies to help them solve it. So really anyone who wants to self-educate or get their knowledge up when it comes to social media marketing can build a successful SMMA. And that's definitely not something that I really understood when we were getting started. It's all about the model. It's all about choosing the right business model for the type of individual that you are. And for a lot of people, starting a social media marketing agency could be an amazing option. The second thing that I've learned in the last 4 years is that really urgency is everything. When it comes to running a successful business, the more urgent, the more high tempo, the faster you make decisions, the more effective you're going to be as a business owner, plain and simple. Urgency really is everything to running a business and being successful. It really doesn't matter if you're making the right decision the first time, as long as you are making a decision and you are acting on it. That is one of the biggest things that I've learned in our time as an agency. Early on, we'd spend a lot of time thinking over things, getting analysis paralysis a bit, and then acting, whereas now we quickly make decisions and we figure out if it was the right one down the line, and if not, we adjust and go with the second option, right? We quickly make adjustments, we quickly make decisions, and business owners who make decisions quickly are the ones that are successful. If you look at Jeff Bezos, he has rules and limits on his time in terms of how many decisions he makes in a day and how long it takes to make those decisions. And a major factor he has said in many interviews in the past that has made Amazon so successful is that they don't wait to get it right the first time. They just make a decision, act on it, and adjust if it turns out to not be the best first decision down the line. And that is by far my biggest piece of advice that I could give to young agency owners. Decide on something, act on it. So many people get hung up trying to pick the right niche, or they get hung up on their agency name. Pick something, act on it, be urgent, and then go and start solving the next problem for yourself. That simple, be urgent, and you will be successful. All right, the third thing that I've learned in the last 4 years of running our successful social media marketing agency is that there are gonna be times that you need to ask for help, and you should do so as fast as humanly possible, as opposed to, again, thinking about it. Kind of going in line with question number 2, if somebody has the knowledge that you have or that you want, or is getting the results that you seek, buy their knowledge, buy their program, buy their consulting, buy whatever it is that they're selling, or any way that they're willing to help you. If they're willing to do so for free, amazing. But if there comes a cost, understand that their time is valuable. Buy their time and figure out what they know. I would have asked for help way earlier instead of being stuck in our ways, or a couple, young buck entrepreneurs who thought that if they just worked hard, they could figure it all out for themselves. I 100% would have invested in more programs or consulting early on, because that would have collapsed the amount of time that it took us to achieve certain things. When you look at the landscape of being a successful business owner, you are really predicated on how quickly things happen, right? How quickly you get to certain milestones, how quickly you hit your goals. And you can do that much faster if you are figuring out ways to collapse time, right? Good entrepreneurs are collapsing time. One of the best ways to do that is to learn from somebody who has done it before. So if you have a challenge, if you have a question and somebody else has the answer, figure out what you have to do to get the answer from that individual. Sometimes it's just sending a DM to somebody that's having the success that you're having on social media and they're sharing that. Other times it's investing in a program. And some of the biggest steps forward that we've taken have been when we have invested in masterminds, consulting, or any type of high-level course or program that somebody else who is having the results that we want is having. Those have been some of the biggest time savers that we've ever invested in, and some of the game-changing pieces that have made the big milestones in our business. So I'd highly recommend investing in the knowledge or asking for help when you are having challenges or when you see a goal that you would like to achieve that somebody else already has. All right, the fourth thing that I've learned over the last 4 years of running our successful social media marketing agency would be that a team and a quality group of team members working for your agency will be able to accomplish thousands of multiples more than you ever would be able to on your own. I would have outsourced faster. I would have started building our team of full-time individuals much earlier than I did, and we would have been able to honestly grow and push through some milestones of scale faster than we would have been able to if we had just invested in the right people early on. I think when we were first getting started, we were very cash conscious. We were a little bit nervous after making a couple poor investments and some freelancers to really start pushing and investing heavily in team members. But over time, we realized that we could slowly begin outsourcing things and earn the trust, or individuals we were working with could earn our trust, and we could start delegating more to them. Over time, we built our team to 11 or 12 full-time individuals and a couple freelancers that work with us on an interim basis. And the amount that we're able to get done and the amount that we're able to delegate is unbelievable. We are able to handle so much work as an agency because we have the right team in place. And that is 100% something that I would have started down the path of much earlier on. When you look at burnout, when you look at workload, we would have been able to handle more. We would have been able to do so in a more sustainable fashion. And honestly, we would have had a little bit more fun in probably years 2 and 3 if we'd been outsourcing more of our workload so we could enjoy a little bit more of the fruits of our labor. All right, the last thing, number 5, that I have learned over the last 4 years of running our successful agency is that the worst day of running this business, the day that I am just frustrated and really don't like our agency, and there are those days. There are days when I don't feel like doing any work, or our team is frustrating me, or there's a client that just keeps sending passive aggressive emails for some reason, right? The worst day as an entrepreneur is better than the best day of working a 9-to-5 job. I am so grateful for the life that I've been able to create working together with Derek on our business, and I would not trade it for the world. There are days, like I said, that are very frustrating, and all I need to do is think about all the frustrations that I felt back when I was working a 9-to-5 job, and it really puts things into perspective for me. It's easy to forget about those things. It's easy after 4 years to get used to going through the motions, to having this be my office and getting to work here and at coffee shops and these beautiful places around Scottsdale, and the fact that all these clients are my clients and Derek's clients, and that we own this business and we get to own this thing that we created together. The luster tends to go away over time, and all of a sudden it's just another day in the life. And the reality is, when you really think about it, this is such a privilege. This business is such a blessing for us. It's been able to help us achieve so much in our lives that we honestly never would have thought possible. We are literally living the dream every single day, and I am immensely grateful for that. So like I said, the worst day as an entrepreneur is, frankly, for me at least, better than the best day ever at a 9-to-5 job. So for those of you that are, looking to leave their 9-to-5, get started on their business, why wait? There's so much opportunity out there. And there's so much opportunity waiting for you if you just start taking action. And at some point, you need to make the decision whether you're going to be the person that just dreams about their goals, or writes down goals and thinks about it and views it as this thing that's kind of out there in the future, or you're gonna be the type of person that starts implementing and acting on them. And I am so grateful for the David and Derek that had a phone call back in November of 2016 when we decided that we were gonna start a business together. I'm so grateful for the work that those two individuals put in over the past 4 years so that the David and Derek of today could enjoy the fruits of those labors and all that hard work and elbow grease that we put in getting this thing off the ground. So that wraps it up. Those are the 5 things that I've learned over the past 4 years. It's definitely not an exhaustive list, but those are the biggest ones that came to mind when I really thought about this. I hope you found this useful. For those of you that are running an agency, I'm curious, do you agree? Do you have any thoughts? Let us know in the comments. For those of you thinking about starting an agency, I'd love to answer questions that you have, so use the comments below as well. And again, if you found this content valuable, if you thought this was interesting, go ahead and hit the like button just so that YouTube knows that you found this piece of content valuable. We'll see you in the next video.